Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. In today's episode, hold on for a second, it's gonna sound like I'm moving around my room, doing a bunch of different things, sound effects going off, because I should have did this before I started this episode. But no, yeah, I'm turning my fan on because it's a little bit warm. So I'm like, nah, man, I need to cool myself down. But anyways, so for those that has not seen the last TalonMation video, this is pretty much a podcast version of that video, because I do feel like that the video was short. I do feel like that there were more things to say about TalonMation, but it is going to sound like I am repeating myself. So if anything, this is just going to be an extended cut of that video. And then, yeah, also just to, get a podcast episode done and out of the way for today and stuff. So, but anyways, for those that don't know, TalonMation, yeah, he's just been crashing out lately on social media. I mean, copying and pasting my tweets, re-uploading other people's content. I'm trying to think, what else is he doing? I already called him out on the pedophile stuff. He probably is still doing that. He just won't come out and admit to it because he knows that that's his career suicide. It's like, yeah, you're gonna shut all your platforms down doing some stuff like that. See, and that's the thing with I guess, like, with people that do those types of things, they know what can happen. I mean, look at EDP for an example. That man hasn't. It's crazy how somebody can be at the top of their career as soon as they get outed out as a pedophile, and then there's like evidence to back it. Yeah, it's over with. It's done for. And I know people are probably wondering. That's because I just feel like that it's not my place to post the messages. I'm gonna leave that up to the person that's involved. And that's the thing. TalonMation, all he just has to do is re-enable his Twitter account. See, and that was the thing. I had said that numerous times, like, re-enable that Twitter account. Like, what was the reason of shutting the account for? It wasn't like the account got taken down by Twitter. No, you shut the account down. The account said that it was disabled. If I find the username, or at least, like, yeah, screenshots that contain the username, I definitely will look it up, because I think there is two different ways of seeing when an account got suspended and then when an account was taken down. When the account gets suspended, it'll show like, oh, account suspended for, well, no, they actually don't even give out reasons. They just say that this account is suspended. But then if it's an account that was taken down by the user, then that's when they'll say, oh, this account has it doesn't exist or something like that. So or they it says that. And so, yeah, I'm like, okay, we all know that you disabled the account. We all just trying to figure out at least if what is being said against you is true. We can't trust what you say, all right? Because from the audience that you come from, yeah, you guys are known for lying, all right? So that's why I'm like, yeah, no, he can try to give me an explanation and all of that. And that's the thing. I feel that it is extremely needed to let him know, I do not want to be bothered with you. No, hear me, and hear me good. I don't know what part of that do you not understand. But it's one of those things where it's like, you being a grown man, right? And then there's all these other adults that exist among you. Do you see other adults in your community or circle, family, whichever? Do you see them carrying on like this? See, that's what I mean by not allowing the internet to raise your kids, because kids get way too involved. I'm pretty sure he's been doing this stuff for years. I just so happen to be one of the probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of victims that he stalks, harasses, and just overall bothers on a day-to-day basis. There's no purpose for you being here on the internet at all. You don't provide nothing. You don't do nothing. All right. And it shows based on how you, what you've told me about how your living situation is. It ain't no different from the internet. You do not serve no purpose here at all. So you take that however you want to take it, but fam, leave people alone. If a person says they don't want to be bothered with you, that don't mean to keep going, because this is what's going to happen. He is going to piss off the wrong somebody. He's going to mess around and say something or do something that's going to piss off the wrong somebody. There ain't going to be no turning back. There ain't going to be no, oh, I apologize. Hey, can you guys give me a break? I didn't mean. No, they're going to give you a taste of your own medicine, and it's going to be the worst time of your life. You are never going to be able to go on the internet again. Yeah, you can change your name, you could do whatever and all that other stuff. As soon as you, because the thing is this, let's just say that does happen, right? It is going to happen. It's like you can't stop the inevitable of happening and stuff. So it is going to happen. I just don't know when exactly it's going to happen. But you mess around, you make the wrong somebody upset, you delete your socials, come back, and I ain't gonna be all quiet and hush hush about it, about who you are. As soon as I can figure it out, because, and that's the thing too, people are gonna be seeing like, oh, wait a minute, this TMossBoss guy, he be talking about him and stuff, so I'm pretty sure he ain't got no reason to hide TalonMation. He going, and yes, I am going to expose you. You create a new account, expose, and them same people that are giving you a taste of your medicine, they gonna do it all over again. So you ain't gonna be able to find no safe place on my channel. There ain't no safe place for you. There ain't even a place at all for you on my channel. But that's the thing. I'm saying that, and I know he ain't gonna listen. He's gonna still continue, keep finding a reason over and over again to stalk. And it's like, why is it that you're a 20-something-year-old adult and you feel like this is the only thing that you can do with your life? Because you know you ain't gonna be able to do it forever. Like, that's why I'm like, yeah, I guess, enjoy it while you can now. But eventually, there's gonna get to a point in time where you are gonna have to grow up. What's up with that? What's up with you not wanting to grow up? Like, these are questions where I'm like, I want answers to them. I don't want them to just be unanswered questions. And that's why at times I be feeling like I'm repeating myself, because I'm like, okay, maybe he didn't hear me, or maybe I didn't say the question, but I'm thinking to myself, I know I've said this before. So I'm like, what, like, honestly, again, what is up with that? What's up with you not wanting to grow up and be an adult? And that's the thing. He wants to just have like this kid mentality with everything. And I'm like, this ain't no kid channel. I'm not a child. You ain't gonna be having no, oh, I'm just gonna have a little kiddie argument with them. That's why you're blocked. That's why you're banned. That's why I do not want nothing to do with you. Because if you're gonna act like a child, then I'm gonna treat you like a child. Because you have yet to prove to me that you're an adult. I mean, yeah, it might legally, because of what I've seen in videos and conversations about you. Yes, legally you are an adult, but mentally you are a child. I'm not gonna be associated with no child. Even if they are legally on paper over the age of 18, still, I'm not going to be messing around with no child. Because I'm like, what? My thing is this. You're trying to have a kid conversation with a grown man. What sense does that make? That's why I'm like, yeah, having a conversation with TalonMation. I mean, it showed in the live stream where when me and him, when we were talking, and he can't answer a direct question. It's like, what, like, honestly, and that's the thing, because I brought that up, his education, and I'm like, even in like the earliest grades of school, kindergarten, first grade, like even in middle school, whichever, homeschooling, just being around your family, even if not that, you know how to communicate with people. Why do you not know how to communicate with people? Like, what happened when you were young? Because that's the thing. I don't blame autism. I know people gonna probably be all like, oh, maybe he's autistic. Nah, that yeah, maybe if it's like that fake autism that you find like on Urban Dictionary or where else, yeah, some autism that got created by a random content creator. I don't believe in that. I believe in like medically diagnosed autisms, where it's like you had to actually go to the hospital and the doctor told you what's wrong with you. But I'm not gonna go based off of, oh, you down autismgenerator.com and figured out, oh, I can relate to it. Autism isn't a zodiac sign, all right? No, autism is a serious thing. So that's why I'm like, if he tries to play that whole game, oh, I'm autistic, I'm like, something's wrong with you, but it ain't autism. I'm gonna just tell you that right now, but no, but it's like, even just answering or asking that question, what's wrong with you? Like, mentally, what is wrong with you? And that's the thing, where it's like you can ask him these direct questions. Like I was saying, it was like doing that live stream and asking him the most direct questions possible. And it just seemed like the only time when he really wanted to engage was when I was outing him out as a pedophile. And he was all like, well, who's the minor? Why would I give you that information? If I can see what you're capable of what you've done to me, why would I want to put that on somebody else? Like, see, that's the thing. He doesn't think that far ahead. I don't even think he thinks at all. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, me insulting him, me saying all these different things about him, all he's just going to do is have some kidman. It's sad that you're trying to be this successful content creator, but you're predictable. It's like that's the thing. You're never going to be a successful content creator. I guarantee and I promise you that. All right. Because if you're having to re-upload, and this is what I mean by like, like just him being a kid and stuff, because I'm like, this is something that a kid would do. This is something that you do like on your first few days on the internet, where you're downloading and re-uploading people's content. But as you get older, you know that type of stuff is against the law, and you can't get your channel shut down. If not, you can go to court behind that type of stuff. Like, I have heard where people have re-uploaded other people's videos. I think it's just a lot easier to copyright claim it, or do a copyright takedown notice. But no, overall though, I have seen where people have, like copyright infringement, whether it's a video game, people's music, because it was actually the one situation with Robin Thicke, and he uploaded, who was it that originally did the song, but he sampled the song. He didn't give no credit to the people that he sampled, and he ended up going to court behind that type of stuff. So my thing is this, the TalonMation, and this is stuff that you need to actually be paying attention to. Are you prepared to go to court behind the content that you upload? Because if not, then I suggest you delete any and every videos that you have where you're having to re-upload other people's content. Be an original content creator. It's not that hard. I'm saying you ain't even got it. The thing is this, you don't even have to, if people were surviving off of the app Vine by doing 7-second videos, you can do original content. That's what I'm confused by. But no, the thing is this, right? The reason why he won't do original content is because he tried to do original content before. He had this one channel called TalonMations. And so there's the one that he uses now where there ain't no S at the end. He has an older channel where it has it's TalonMation, but it has an S at the end. And all he was just doing on that channel was playing with toys. Grown man, by the way. This is a grown man, and he's out here holding 2 action figures, simulating a fight, making sound effects and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I did this when I was in school, like when we had that time to like play with toys and all that stuff. Yeah, we had that time to do that in elementary. You doing this as a grown man, like that, to me, that's just crazy, where it's like you're living with your brother, and he has to be doing this when his brother ain't home. Like, cause that's one thing that I have noticed, is that TalonMation, he only does certain things at certain times. He ain't gonna be going the whole day like stalking, harassing, and all that other stuff, cause he knows that his brother is gonna catch wind of it. He knows his brother is gonna see it. So it's funny how he is scared of his brother. I think it's safe to say that he's scared of his brother. He knows what his brother would do, cause his brother has ownership of that house. He has control over that house. TalonMation ain't got no. The thing is this, right? He makes this tweet where he goes on to say how he stole $30 from his brother. For one, why can you not go out and get you a job and make your own money? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not hearing that autism crap. So I'm like, you can easily go out and get you a job. Be a janitor. I'm saying, like, go work at like stocking shelves at Amazon, or work for Amazon, or even at another store where it's like stores where you ain't got to even associate with people. There's jobs out there that exist like that. But no, instead you'd rather sit, be lazy, do absolutely nothing with your life, and then the moment where you get to brag about your personal life, you're bragging about how you stole money from your brother. Make that make sense. Like, make people understand that TalonMation is a clown. All right, no, it's one of those things where it's like, not like the circus clown. No, I mean like a clown where it's like it's just something is wrong with him. That's, I guess, more so in that sense. But yeah, because I'm like, at least with a clown, they're entertaining. You, on the other hand, it's like, yeah, there's a lot to say about you, but I know I'm nearing the end of this podcast episode. But my thing is this, right? Because he's a lost cause. There ain't no reason of trying to explain things to him anymore. But I do feel like I need to let y'all know, because I know some of you guys may see that my Twitter account is now privated. Because that was because he was copying and pasting my tweets, and I'm thinking to myself, for one, people are going to see that, and I wish that Twitter did have like some copyright infringement thing, where somebody's copying your tweets. You can, well, no, they do say it is against the guidelines. I don't know why he hasn't realized that, because I have seen that where people, they'll copy and paste another person's tweet, repost it, gain all these likes and stuff, and it's like I have seen where those accounts at times they have gotten shut down. And so, yeah, I don't understand why he don't realize that. But anyways, but yeah, I was like, that's why I had privated my account, for those wondering and stuff. I'll probably will, unprivate it at some point in time. But yeah, for now, I'm like, no, this is your chance and opportunity to be an original, person on the internet. But if not, quit, disappear. Nobody wants you here. Just the robot and his fans don't want you here. Me and my fans don't want you here. Nobody wants you here. Even if you were to step out of this drama and start doing content about some other stuff, still nobody is going to care about a TalonMation video. You serve no purpose here on the internet whatsoever. You don't even serve no purpose at home. So it's like, my thing is this, right? I'm not saying go out and do something dramatic or crazy. You need to do something to fix your life. But that's the thing. Again, he ain't gonna be listening, because he's still in this kid mentality, 20-something years old, and he's still trying to live out his kid days. You know what? I'm gonna let him live out his kid days. But at some point in time, them kid days is gonna get shut down. I think people are gonna realize that. And probably, the funny thing is, he probably don't even realize that, is that his family be having like secret conversations about him. Like, when is he gonna get up off his butt? When is he gonna do something with his life? And that's the thing. He wants to have like this problematic reaction where it's like, oh, you guys are attacking me, I'm not doing nothing to nobody. Yes, because you are a grown man mooching off of your family. That's why people be going off on you. It's like, my thing is this is what you need to do. Worry about yourself. Stop worrying about other people. All right. That's the main thing that you need to do for the rest of your life. If you find yourself still worried about what other people, you're proving me right. Every single day, by you existing on the internet, you're proving me right. You have yet to prove, the thing is this, even if there was some sort of doubt with whatever it is that I'm saying, you still ain't tried to do nothing differently to prove that I'm wrong. So that's why I'm like, yeah, bro. I could go on a little bit longer, roast him, expose him some more, but I'm gonna just leave it at this. It's gonna definitely be a while before I talk about him again. I feel like there ain't nothing else to talk on. I just felt like that it was needed to do a little quick exposing video. And over. Oh yeah, and by the way, because I that was one thing I forgot to mention. I mentioned it in the video. I just forgot to mention in this podcast episode. And stop tweeting about Sonic the Hedgehog porn. Like, that was something that I seen, and I'm like, you couldn't, as a joke, and me being in high school, I can understand why I would, like, if I were to tweet out something like that. Me being 30 years old, tweeting about Sonic the Hedgehog porn or any form of porn whatsoever, you're a grown man. Maybe not a man, but you are an adult. You need to act like it. Because to me, but that's the funny thing about that. He'll make tweets like that because he knows the internet's never going to see his face. They're never going to know who he is. You don't know that. Because I've seen people where you would never think Minnesota Boy, for an example. For those that don't know who Minnesota Boy is, that was a content creator that I got into it with years ago. But I never would have expected that one day I would look up and see that he got hacked. His name got leaked out. His actual living condition got leaked out. He didn't even live in Minnesota. That was just the name. What else got leaked out? I think it was like his family. That very same thing can happen to you. Now, you might want to call my bluff and think, oh, he's just saying that as a scare tactic. Fam, it happens all the time. Like, there's an account that I had to just unfollow right now on TikTok because their account had got hacked. No personal information had got leaked out, but I'm just saying that can happen to you. And when that day does happen, hey, I warned you. If you didn't want to listen, that's on you. So, but anyways, yeah, with that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service, and peace.